What's up? I wanted to come on here and really discuss a topic right now that I feel needs to be spoken about, and that's been on my mind heavily. So I thought I'd drop this video and let me know if this resonates with you and your situation, what you're going through right now at this time. So as far as, let's just title this video Genuine Connections, okay? And the reason why, let me give you a little bit of background on this. As I'm saying it, I'll try and add in a little meat to the bones so that way you guys can see where I'm coming from. But right now I feel like, at this space in my life, I'm really trying to attract a soul group, a group of like-minded individuals where we can kind of come together and share our talents and gifts and powers or whatever have you, and come together and really unite. And it's been kind of a low-key struggle. Yeah, I'm meeting some great people, finally I'm like, in this lifetime where I'm like attracting people that are on the same accord as me. But only thing is too with that, we have a lot of the same traumas, but that also kind of allows it to make it more comfortable with getting to know one another. And it doesn't feel like, hey, what's your favorite color? Like, it's so easy to kind of talk and have conversation amongst one another, which is so dope. But we got to make sure we come in with some solutions. But it's good to console one another. It's great. So good connections are coming in. But here's the tiff that I don't know if I'm in my head too much. Y'all let me know in the comments down below. But I feel like, so all of us are doing some type of spiritual work, some type of spiritualist, whether it's a tarot card reader, astrologer, whether, someone that does, whatever it is that they're tapping into. I don't want to go down the whole list, but and it's so cool, men and women, right? We're all trying to build these businesses. We all got a lot of things going for ourselves right now at this time. And I feel like, but where is the genuine connection part of that? Like, where is the unity? And what I mean by that is, yes, reciprocity is definitely key. Like, the same energy you put into me, the same I pour into you, and making sure that it is authentic. But there's some people out there that are just kind of like low-key clout chasers, or they're doing a lot of taking, which I call AKA energy vampires. It's like they want you to support their endeavors, but they may not be supporting yours or giving you kind of any advice. It's kind of like people are plugging into, let's say you are the Wi-Fi router, and people are plugging into you just for your energy or your ideas, and or using your platform to gain some type of recognition, or just to receive a reward from you or a push from you, taking on your energy. But it's not kind of giving back. There's like ulterior motives, because like I said, everybody's trying to make a dollar, everybody's trying to build their business, everybody's trying to be somebody at this point in time. And it's like, it's not, is it genuine? Some it feels like it, and some it doesn't, and it sucks because that's like the battle. I can smell right through the bullshit. And what kind of got me to this level right now, I'm not complaining about it, but it's just like, damn, this is like literally, I'm having to look at reality as if this is the world that we live in right now. You know what I'm saying? Let me just give you a little bit of background how I got here, first and foremost. So I remember when I lived in SoCal, you guys know, sticky sunny SoCal, I was down there for like 8 years, you know what I'm saying? And then I ended up living on my own for a couple of years at one point towards the end of that stay there. And I really had, I don't know if they want to call it the dark night of the soul, or just another major spiritual awakening, to where I just wanted, my soul was craving change, and I wanted to just, it's like I knew it. I knew better, but I was not doing better at first. And then I kind of was, but then I was like 1 foot in and 1 foot out kind of an energy. So I was creating kind of these jacked up circumstances I had to crawl myself out of, which wasn't bad. Like, I needed to learn these things, right? So it's a lot of lessons that I had to learn. This is why I'm here today. So I noticed all of these things, and I stopped hanging out with certain people. I stopped participating in certain activities. I stopped overindulging in certain things and putting myself in the mix of situations that weren't so great for me. And so then that led me to be in solitude and to be alone with self and really dive deep. And I even changed my health as far as any like healthy habits. I started walking, I started rollerblading, I started getting outside with nature, meditating, you know, all the things. So I really, but I was also still dealing with certain people, divine masculine energy in the same sense too, here and there. You know what I mean? I wasn't always alone. Some portions, like months at a time, I was alone, and then here I go back. You know what I mean? So it's like I was going back to what was comfortable while I was trying to go into a new space. And so I was kind of recognizing that I'm like, you know, this is just not working. Like I just feel like I'm going backwards. You know what I'm saying? Like every time I like give a little inch to somebody, they take a whole mile, and then I participate in it, which I take full accountability for. And then I just noticed, like, I'm like, wait, this is not working out. So, you know, not having a actual man to hold it down that I can learn from and things of that nature was non-existent. I don't have any goddamn kids, you know, so single mingle as a Pringle, right? I worked from home, okay, so no job was holding me down during this time either. And also I had no family. So those are like the top 5 reasons on why I said, you know what, the only thing that's going to spark and really get going, and also felt unsafe there too. So I was like, I need to just go. I need to move. So I made the sound decision to be like, you know what? It was a very hard decision, and I was like, I got to make a change. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to move back to my hometown. Screw all of this. I'm just going to start from scratch. I know I was going to be ground zero once again and building myself up, but I've done that before, and I feel like I'm going to do it even better this time because I was like, I'm ready to go. I was craving the change, right? So, I said some goodbyes to people. I also allowed, you know, I didn't let them know I was moving, but I kind of would send a text or a phone call, or I met up with certain people just to kind of like give a last goodbye, kind of a conversation, or just to see where their energy was at or whatever. Cause I kind of feel like I wanted to leave anything there and also have the door open for anyone to say what was on their mind, you know what I'm saying, or let some things out in a sense, you know what I mean? So some participated and some didn't, but I feel like I was like, good, I didn't leave with like no bad blood or no, you know what I mean, like I didn't want to carry any negative energy with me with my move. So boom, did that, right? So let's fast forward. I knew I was going to start over. Immediately when I moved, I got sick. Like I was sick for a whole month, I think. But I got sick, and then I felt better. I felt safe. I started to be in a better space. I was even more productive and not busy. I would just really take my time with learning self and really engaging in activities I wanted to engage as far as spiritually speaking. But then I was getting a little too comfortable because, being at home, in where you grew up, here comes like people from high school, or here comes people, your family, and, you start to see all these familiar faces and go to these familiar places. You start to kind of want to commingle with that. So I was getting a little comfortable, getting a little chummy, and gaining more experiences, right? So, I started to feel like, you know what, I really don't want to fuck with these people. Like I kind of knew it, because where I was living at, I was dealing with only acquaintances. Like I had nobody, no family, no nothing. So then I moved here to make sure I kind of start from scratch and not go backwards, right? So, so boom, I started inner childhood healing. I went real deep into that. And then let's fast forward. I had a bike accident, okay? I ended up having a concussion, hence why, I don't know if you guys can see it, but the sun is like, it's a scar right here on my face. It's a scar here. It's going to be sticking with me for a long time, unless, I got some good skincare routines. It's been lightening up, but it was way darker, so I had a concussion. I didn't tell a lot of people about this. It happened. This is last year, which is within the year that I moved. And so I felt like I had a death and rebirth experience. So I was already on that path of wanting to start over, right? And so I feel like this kind of catapulted that journey even faster. It's like a slingshot. That's how I felt. So I really disconnected from myself and everything, I disconnected from people. I disconnected from the places I was going, that I used to frequent. Well, when I first started being here, I disconnected from a lot of vices. So coming here, and trust me, I did travel and have experiences after I moved. I traveled a couple states, met some people, but then I was like, I still needed some time alone. You know what I mean? Like, as far as the dating world. But I wanted to test myself. It was just to prove to myself to see where I was at in my journey. I was like, I need to pull it back a little bit. You know what I mean? So here goes this experience, fast forward. And then now I had to start over. Because I'm like, no, this is not working for me. So the things that I was involving myself in, it wasn't working in how I would like it to play out. So, I had to start over, right? So what does this look like? Cleaning up social media, not really engaging in certain people on social media or talking to them. I stopped tarot readings. It was just a really hard, trying time, but I knew I can get myself out of it. It was just going through the fire. It's like, it was a lot. It was a lot of healing that I had to work on. So now knowing my power, now knowing my gifts, I had to recognize that I had to love people from afar, because I was going to start connecting people and calling them when I was all better, being like, hey, but then I was like, you know what? Wait a minute. That's not something I want to participate in anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just wasn't going to click. So, and also too, during this time period of solitude after my concussion, I had seen the truth behind certain people that I was participating with, which is the sad part. Okay. I just had to, like I said, love people from a distance. I stopped fucking with people. I stopped drinking. I stopped dating. So no sex in the champagne room for me. I was still networking though, still networking. I slowed down on the traveling, of course, during that time, but what I did was I transmuted my energy and started working towards my business and started creating and drawing and doing art and, learning on the back end, studying, reading a lot of books, so I can get my mind right again, and I started to meet people, but I seen the potential of people, and I'm like, no, that's what we're not doing. We're not gonna, fall in love with the whole potential of where somebody could go. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm like, you know what? I did all the work on myself. You could do it too. So you gotta go heal and deal what you gotta deal with, because I don't want no Build-A-Bears. Like, that's not, like, it's beyond me. I can't heal you. I'm not your Wi-Fi router. You can't plug into me anymore. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go and get internet from somebody else, okay? Because it here ain't it, okay? This is not broadband. So it's been really hard to connect in a sense to where is it genuine, because like I said, everybody is out for themselves and everybody's out to get something in life. So anyways, started still researching and gaining more tools, mastering my energy, started learning more, just really dissecting. I've been really consistent with this new version of myself, so here I go back out, on social media platforms, did a whole rebranding, and even my hairstyle, y'all probably seen now, I'm on a lock journey, my eating habits have changed once again. So I'm like mentally, spiritually, and physically the best I've ever been at the age of 39, my whole entire life. This is like the best like I ever felt. I'm just like more I observe a lot of people, and I'm a people watcher, but I also participate too, because I don't want to alienate myself from any experiences in the world. We're here to have experiences. I want people to activate my North Node and challenge me and push me to become the better person. I don't want to be comfortable. I want to see how far I can go. I want to what's the word I'm looking for? I want people to kind of push me, you know. I want to learn from people, and I want to, you know, stay on mission, whatever that is. You know what I'm saying? So after cleansing myself from all those energies, I had to really look at what I attracted during that time, you know, because as you're cleaning social media out, you're trying to revamp, rebrand, you start to see what you attracted during those old times. And so that's what I was like, it was just taking a long time. It was kind of a struggle. So it's kind of like, think of like you cleaning out your house, you know what I'm saying? So I pretty much was cleaning house, you know what I mean? And I noticed it was my doing. Damn, I got myself into X, Y, and Z. So I got to get myself out of it. So during this whole transition, the past couple of years, that's what it's been. So I call it the gift of the head injury. So now I'm in a grand space to where, of course, I'm attracting the people that are into the same things that I'm into, which is dope. And every now and then, though, I get an ex, and that's like knocking at the door. And I'm like, it's number one, showing me how far I've came. Number two, it also shows me how, I used to go back to certain people and it would be okay. But I would see that was the hamster wheel. That was the cycle. But now I've deaded those cycles. I'm not going back because I've came way too far. And now I can also see, I have clarity on how those connections even started in the first place. So now where I'm at in this journey, I can't start and stay in this new version of me, this new space, bringing in that old dirty laundry, that old baggage. It just doesn't work. We're on two different accords. It just doesn't match. And I've came to the conclusion, even as far as relationships, like if I wanted to be in a relationship, or I wanted to really get to know you and go there, we have to have the same interest. We have to be doing the same thing. I can't be living with someone or be in a deep ass connection with someone and you have one thing going on and then, you know, I have something else going on totally opposite of that. It just won't make sense, period. I have a relationship video on that if you guys want to watch it. But, you know, so here I am. I'm trying to keep my house clean, per se. Like I'm ready to commingle in that sense. I'm open. My heart chakra is very open for receiving love and giving love at this time. But I also have boundaries. You know, I utilize my discernment and I can see past the bullshit. Okay, so I'm kind of just holding off until I meet my match, to where if I feel like I want to settle with someone and take them serious, then hey, that's what we're doing. But until then, I'm not just going to give anybody, you know, my pocketbook. Okay, it's just not going to go down like that. So I'm just holding down the fort, you know, and learning and building and staying a student and continuously going on. You know, I want to like eventually, you know, build, you know, buy land and, you know, all of us can kind of come together and have unity, you know what I'm saying? And no one is like doing the tit for tat, you know what I'm saying? Well, you can't do this, or this is right, and this is wrong. Like everyone's kind of has their own special talent, skill, or gift set, and we're all kind of coming together and building our own systems and schools and things of that nature and gardens, whatever have you. And we're coming together and we're doing it together. No one's fighting against one another. And that's kind of where I want to, you know, that's like the dirt road that I'm on, or the path that I'm trying to draw for myself. So, you know, I encourage everybody to, you know, you got to tell everybody what you're into, right? So that you can go out and experience and meet people that are on the same accord as you. So this is how I'm able to kind of see now, okay, cool, I'm meeting the same people, but now it's like, I feel like I'm meeting like fake woke people in a sense. It's like you say you're this, but then when I really get to talk to you on the phone or whatever, it's like, you're not really that. And I'm like, I'm ending up being the person that you go to for healing, or you plug into me, aka energy vampires or clout chasers, or they say they want to do business with me and they turn into a love bomber and start being obsessed with me in some form or fashion. I'm like, no. So I'm like, is this part of like, you know, some sort of, not, I don't want to say a blockage, but something that's lingering from the things that I used to participate in. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I think it's great that all of us have things going. That's the dope part. But here's like where it's like, is there reciprocity in that? And is there unity in that? And is it genuine in that? You know what I'm saying? So those are the three things I'm kind of questioning right now in life. So I don't want to also waste my time with getting to know people that ain't got nothing going on either, you know? So don't take it personal if I don't reply to your DMs or text messages or whatever. I can just kind of already see that based off the conversation that we're having in the DMs or whatever, that it's friend zone, you know what I mean? Or maybe it could be a potential business partnership if you have something going on. But I don't want to feel like an asshole, you know? So I want to tell you, you're not an asshole if you're in the same position as me, you know? Coming back, you know, in my hometown, I don't want to hang out with Tom, Dick, and Harry that I've known for over 20 years. I might see him in the street and say, hey, you know, there's no bad blood or animosity. I don't hate you. You know, I don't even probably think of you because I'm just on my path. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm on my mission. Like, people be thinking I've been thinking about them. I don't even be thinking about them. Like, or, you know, if I quote something on Twitter or whatever, like, I'm not talking about anyone specifically. There's so many people that I talk to on a daily as far as through social media because this is my business. This is what I do. So, you know, and whatever personal stuff is what I only, you know, allow you to see. You know what I'm saying? I like to keep things like private to myself too. You know, I have a life outside of social media. And the people that actually genuinely connect with me on the phone and things of that nature know that. But, you know, don't feel bad if you don't want to participate in all of that old stuff because that was the old version of you and now you want to come back into the new you. So make sure if you want to receive genuine connections, you are being genuine, which I always support people. And the way that I do that is I don't look for, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't have any expectations. Like, I don't expect anyone to do shit for me. I don't expect anyone to treat something the same way as I treat it. You know, everyone's different. But I'm also noticing, you know, I'm not going to keep allowing you to plug into my Wi-Fi and I ain't got no internet over here at your house. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not fair. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. That's one-sided to me. So, I just, you know, I'm continuing to have experiences. I'm continuing to meet people. It's not stopping me, you know, so don't get discouraged, you know. Maybe one day I'll meet you, you know what I'm saying? Maybe one day we can collab and do something, or, you know, I can gain some long-lasting friendships or connections, you know, that are of substance, you know, in this chapter of my life. So I don't want to scare people away either because I'm open, you know what I'm saying? I'm open to traveling, experiencing, and things of that nature. But I just want to bring up this topic because I feel like there's a lot of fakeness, or I don't want to say fake, but maybe some people don't notice that they're doing it or not, or they don't even notice what they're not doing. You know what I'm saying? So maybe this will spark something within somebody that, like, you know what? Oh, they're right. Damn, I suck. Maybe I do need to kind of check in with my friends a little bit more. Maybe I do need to kind of see, you know, share their stuff or whatever, you know, because they always share my stuff, you know, or they're always there for me. So let me be there for them. You know, that's the kind of like message that I kind of want to get across here. And it's like that. I'm like a walking meme right now. You know, it's the energy of where it's like, what's that quote where it says, I've healed so much, I don't like nobody. No, I'm not saying like that's me, but I'm just saying I feel like, you know, when you heal so much and you go through so many changes and you're just like, you have like this clean slate that you created for yourself and everything's going good, and you know, like me, I'm living in the present and it feels good and I'm having fun in life, and you know what I'm saying? And then you kind of see outside, like you feel like you have to participate in the fuckery and the dancery, to where the world is like oblivious and unaware of certain things that are going on. You're like, dang, do I even, what? I wasted my time with that, or I don't want to waste my time with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you kind of start to see clearer now. So I'm just gonna stay consistent with, you know, creating my own footprints in the sand. I hope you will be too, during this time, and that way we can make these genuine connections and really come together. So that's pretty much the video that I wanted to say. Inspired by the live video that I just watched. But I hope everyone is doing well. I'm about to there's a little bit of sun that's peeking through, but you know, I might probably enjoy some sun, get outside for a moment, and finish up some projects that I got for my other channel. So you guys go ahead and go to Vixenafterdark YouTube channel, subscribe over there. Shameless plug. If you want to know what energies are playing out right now at this time. So, anywho, closing off, I love all of you guys. You know, do what's best for you, protect yourself at all times, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.